I'm back. Will this last forever? Probably not. Is this because I'm going through a manic episode? Probably so. Are we vibing? Are we thriving? No. But you know what? We're gonna do this because I need a creative outlet, and writing is not helping me because I can't focus on anything. Nothing's hitting, nothing's working, nothing's going right now. So we're going back to this. We're gonna try and be a booktuber again, and maybe it'll work this time, and maybe I'll actually stay committed, and maybe I won't. Who knows? Anyway, what we're doing today is very simple. I have a lot of series that I am in the middle of. I think it's around 60. That's a lot of series. And so my idea, my genius little brain, decided I was gonna put every series into a spin wheel. This is the spin wheel. Ignore the random assy. I just can't spell, basically. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna spin the wheel. We're gonna pick a couple series. I want at least 5 books per episode because I think that's just better. So if a series only has like 1 book that I need to read to finish it, we're gonna do it and then add like a couple more series. If a book has 40 books, because there are 40 book series on here I need to finish, we're just gonna stick with that. Will I read all 40 in the episode? Yeah. Will it take longer for that episode to come out? You bet your ass. I'll probably do things in between because I hate reading series in like back to back. It really messes with my brain. I can't remember anything, and it all gets muddly, and I get bored basically. So this is going to be so very fun and very stressful because one, getting all the books and actually sitting down and reading all of the books. Before I start any of the books for this vlog, I'm going to finish the 2 that I'm currently reading. One is in the middle of a series. So if that series gets pulled, then I'm gonna just vlog when I am reading for that because I'm 3 chapters in, so not really much progress. And then the other one is the start of a new series because I'm gonna have to update the spin wheel, but I'm only gonna do that once every 6 months because otherwise I'm just gonna Let's just spin, and then we'll check my series tracker to see how many books I need to read in that series. If I notice that I have read books in that series since updating my series tracker, I'll go ahead and update with you guys right here. So 3, 2, 1. You can't really see that. I have no idea what that says. The Stolen Heir by Holly. I have to read The Prisoner's Throne. I literally just reread The Stolen Heir because I wanted to read The Prisoner's Throne this year because it's stupid that I have the edition. I bought it the day it came out. I loaned it to my best friend the day it came out, and I just haven't read it yet. So since I only have to read 1, we're rolling again. The Iron Fae. Okay, I have 5 books left in that series, so this is gonna be a 6-book vlog, and like I said, I'm currently in the middle of one of the books, so honestly, we kind of just fucking killed that. I'm gonna go grab the books and maybe give a little update about like where I'm at with the Iron Fae and my thoughts and opinions on the series so far. Okay, I have to make this kind of quick because my friend is on the way. So first off, we have The Prisoner's Throne, which I'm very excited for. I love the Elfheim stories. Every single book in The Cruel Prince is a 5. The Stolen Heir was a 5. So if this does not deliver, I'm gonna be really sad. Also, my cover, she's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. I'm really excited about this. Oh. Holly Black, the woman that you are. And then we have the rest of the Iron Face series. Most of my books come from the library because I'm a pro library person. So the series as a whole, the first book I gave 5 stars. Like, that was also like 3 years ago, so I was a different person then. But the first book I really loved. I gave it 5 stars. I thought it was so groundbreaking and original. I was really hooked. By book 6, I'm no longer that hooked. This series is like split into like 3 separate series, but I'm reading it all as one. I don't know why I'm doing that, but I am. So the original like 4 books, I really just kind of struggled with once I got to book 2. I don't know why. I think something just flipped in my brain and I was like, this isn't what I want anymore. I live for the drama though. I live for it. Like, Puck and Ash, they're in love and no one can tell me otherwise. The second trilogy is following Ethan Chase, Megan's little brother, and his adventures with Fairy. And homeboy homeboy is so insufferable. He's like, I'm big bad and broody, and he's also so fucking in love with Kenzie, and I did not get the vibe that Kenzie felt anything for him. So I'm really just kind of enjoying my time with the drama. I'm only 30 pages into this one, so really there's not a lot going on here. I'm hoping that this trilogy won't take me that long. And then this trilogy is definitely going to be easier to like get through because one, they're all pretty short, and I actually have the audiobooks for these on Everend. These 2, however, I cannot find the fucking audiobooks for anywhere. Like, so that's gonna be an issue for me. Prisoner's Throne, I think I'm gonna get this done in like a couple days. Like, my average is about 3 days per book. I think I can do this pretty easily, so. Good morning. I'm in my beanbag chair and I'm all snuggled up with my big blanket that my coworker kindly gave to me. And I've read the first little chunk of The Iron Trader, and I have thoughts. Are they good thoughts? Potentially not. Okay, so here's my thing. The first book in this subset trilogy was called The Lost Prince, and yeah, I get it. It's because Ethan is technically a prince of fairy because his sister's the queen. Sorry, this is gonna be spoiler filled. I don't care to censor myself. I get that. I thought it was a good point to like make because he can't escape this world no matter how hard he wants to, and no matter how hard he tries, he is being sucked into it simply because his sister's the Iron fucking Queen. He has no choice, he has no control. And I thought it was a good like way of discussing how he feels like trapped in this world. I thought that was a good point. However, this book, The Iron Trader, I'm assuming it's gonna be because Kieran does something stupid, but right now he's a lost prince. Like, where the fuck is this man? I'm 60 something pages in and we have no clue where Kieran is. We've seen Megan, which was nice. No sightings of Puck, and he's the best character in this series. Fight me, I don't care. He's the only one I give a single solitary fuck about. Ash annoys me so much. Like, he has some good moments, but oh my god, book 4 really drove home the point that Ash is not a man I fuck with. Like, that is just a man. Also, they're talking about like goblin markets and how they need to go to one because Kieran could be at one. And Kenzie, dear sweet Kenzie, is over here like, what's a goblin market? Girl, you went to one in the last book. Like, I think I literally read this book like last week, so I don't know why I'm blanking. Maybe it's because I read too much. But I think they went there to get her the shit they needed to get her the site. And so I get it if she can't remember it, but at the same time, why are we rehashing what a goblin market is? I'm pretty sure if you as a reader have read this far into the series, this is book fucking 6, we don't need to know what a goblin market is. Especially when we know it has to do with Leah, because in the last book, the goblin market was in Leah's home. I can't pronounce her full name. Someone called her Leah once, so I've been running with that. I think we as the reader knows what a goblin market is. Maybe I'm also just being a little too critical of this because, like, Goblin Market by Christina Rossetti is one of my favorite poems of all time. The thing with this series is that I understand it. And I get it. And I get why people love this and they're ride or die for it. I can see the sprinklings of it. However, for me, a lot of the relationships just don't land and I don't feel the chemistry. And maybe that's just on reading slumps and me being completely fucking out of it mentally. Or maybe there's just nothing actually there that I can cling on to. I have a lot of feelings right now. And not all of them are good, but not all of them are bad either. Because Anwil, oh my god, queen shit. And I love the little twist of her, like, being on death's door. And the Forgotten is a really cool idea. And this Thin Man that we've just found out about, what the fuck is that? I'm concerned. I'm confused. I'm hoping it's a fun twist. Ethan and Kenzie's whole relationship, though, I just don't give a fuck about. Like, genuinely, I think this girl could do better.
At the skate park where we belong, fast we'll sing a freedom song. Under stars and streetlights glow. This is home, we'll never.
Hi! I'm here with an update. I look a mess because I did just get off work and I took care of the cats and now they're zooming around, so if you hear them, I'm sorry about that. But, okay. I have made it a little bit further in the Iron Trader. I'm about halfway through, maybe over, my thoughts about this book. I'm having a really hard time getting into it and staying in it. Like, when I'm reading it and I'm actually focused on it, I'm in it. Like, I'm here for it, I'm sat. However, I find it hard to keep that momentum going because once I finish a chapter, I want to set the book down and do something else. And I found that this has been like a common trait with most of the Iron Fae books. Like, I'll get into it and I'll be like, oh my god, yes, 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 yes. And I'm like, okay, I'm done now. I want to play Kingdom Hearts or I want to read something else. I don't care about the relationships. I don't care about Ash and Megan or Ethan and Kenzie. I don't care. Like, genuinely, I do not care. However, I am kind of sad for the Ethan and Kieran drama. Like, they hate each other, and for why? Like, I feel like your beef should be with Megan. Like, she's the one who hid everything. Like, come on, girly pops. But at the same time, I'm eating, I'm fed. I'm finding it hard to, like, really connect. And, like, where's Grim? Where's Grimmelkin? He's missing in this book. And he's my favorite character besides Puck. And also, Puck hasn't shown up in the series except once for like 2 minutes, and then he dipped out and said, I'm out. And like, I know this is not like Puck's story, and I know he's off doing his own thing at this point, but he's my favorite. He is my problematic fave. Oh, the highlighter is highlighting today. Ooh, that's stunning. But yeah, so I have a lot of feelings and they're not good. And so now I'm genuinely nervous about reading the next 4 books in this series right after this one. But this is what I signed myself up for. I'm scared, I am nervous, I am terrified. But we're gonna do it and we're gonna have fun, so.
Broken souls on worn out shoes, broken boards we paid our dues, graffiti walls they know our name. In this world we're all the same. Falling high above the ground, in the air we feel no bounds.
I'm back from work and I have updates. While I was at work, I managed to finish the Iron Trader. And oh my god, I have thoughts. And the thoughts that I have are not good thoughts. So basically, why the fuck is this book this way? Like, I could not engage with it whatsoever while I was reading. Like, I kept getting pulled out of it. Like, worse than it's been with any of the other books so far in the series. I don't know if I'm just like tired of these characters or if for some reason the chemistry between these characters just isn't working for me. I think honestly that might be it, because during a like vast majority of the book I was over here like, it's been a week. Why are you saying the L word? Why are you saying you're in love with her? Like, pack it up, dude. Ethan aggravates me. Like, genuinely aggravates me. I don't understand how this man managed to convince this girl to fall in love with him. Like, genuinely, he's kind of useless and pointless and kind of also just the fucking worst. And Graham showed up for like 5 minutes and I was excited about that. And Puck showed up for like 5 minutes. But by that point in the book, I was done. Like, I was so checked out that it didn't do anything for me. However, the camera fell, and I'm doing the best I can. You're not camera shy anymore, are you, buddy? One braid is now in, and I'm going back to my point. So, they give us the character of Razor, and Razor, I'm pretty sure, was in, like, the OG series as well. But here's my thing. It feels like they're using him to be like, oh, the cute little side character that we're all giggly about, and we use to like, who are all like giggly about, and we like use as like comic relief. But it just doesn't work. Because like Razor's cute. Don't get me wrong. I love Razor. However, I need my comic relief to be more than just pretty girl, pretty girl, pretty girl, pretty fairy girl, pretty girl, bad, bad, bad. Because that's not funny. That's not comedic. That's just a cute, like, animal sidekick. There's like no comic relief character in this. And I think that's what's doing it the worst disservice, because like Puck, yes, he was technically also a secondary love interest, but that never really panned out, and we knew it was never going to pan out. And then he was allowed to just be the funny guy. And Puck being the funny guy works in his favor because he has chemistry. Oh my god, they're zooming. Because he has chemistry with everyone in the cast. And he gets his own ship. And like, Ash, who like I'm sure I'm gonna have to fight people about, but like he and Ash have like, who who he has like insane chemistry with, all because they're allowed to not only hate each other, but they're allowed to make each other laugh and know each other. And it adds something to these characters to like show their humanity despite the fact that they're not human. And Kieran's character is what really baffles me, because he's human. Like, he's part human, he has a soul. We're told that Megan raised him and taught him about what being human is, which, slay queen. However, he feels the most just, he's the worst. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, he's exhausting to read about. Like, we get it, you're in love with this girl. I don't feel it though. I'm just being told it. You're not, like, yes, he's going through all this and fucking everyone else over to like prove his love, but really he's not doing shit. Like, he's just like, I love her, so I'm gonna ruin everyone else's life. He's not listening when she's like, hey, maybe don't do this, I don't like this plan. He doesn't care. Proto. He doesn't care about like her and her opinions. No one listens to these girls. And like Kenzie, her entire character just feels like 2012, which fair enough. I can't really complain about that since, you know, 2012 was when this came out. But I don't know. Something about this just didn't really work for me. And I'm giving it a 3 only because the ending was insane. And by ending, I genuinely mean the last 6 pages. Like, that shit was crazy. So after I did finish that at work, I went ahead and picked up the audiobook for The Iron Warrior because I had nothing else to do and I needed something for the bus ride home. So I got that's not a 4th. I got like 80 something pages in, and so far I'm liking it a little bit better because they all know Kieran's a piece of fucking shit. And not only that, we're actually getting like Megan and Ash and some of the characters from the original series, as well as some of the like big heavy power players within Fairy, which have really been missing this entire time. And I'm kind of excited to see where this goes. I think I'm gonna continue to listen to this and the rest of the series on audio because like something about this writing style is not capturing my interest and it's very hard for me to latch onto. So hopefully that will help. Okay, I need to reorganize my bathroom because nothing's in here and I need to get ready for work in about 10 minutes. So let's do this.
Tape soles are worn out shoes, broken boards, we've paid our dues. Graffiti walls, they know our name. In this world we're all the same. On high up off the ground, in the air we feel no bounds. Every trick of fleeting joy.
Hi, you're in my cupboard. I just got home from work. It's been a very productive reading day. I finished The Iron Warrior, which it was honestly really good. I wasn't expecting to like really like it, and I think listening to it on audio definitely helped me like stay engaged. Although I will admit I did zone out just a little bit. This one also had such a heavy like weight to it. Like, something about this one really was just, it wasn't holding back it knew what punches it wanted to make, and it made them. Like, I have went on record and said I did not like most of the characters. Like, I'll be so for real, I didn't really fuck with any of them. To the point where, like, I didn't think I would care if anything happened to one of the characters. And yet, Anwell fucking died. The way she dies is so brutal. And, like, it hit me. It made me cry. I was at the desk at work just sobbing because it hit just really hard. And, like, I was so into it that I continued reading while I took my lunch break. This book really knew what it wanted to be, and it did it. It did it perfectly. So, like, I really think it was a good end for the series as a whole. So now that I have 3 more books to read because she came out with 3 more books, I'm kind of nervous and apprehensive. And I'm really hoping that they're just good. I did end up giving The Iron Trader a 4-star. And I'll be so for real, it's probably all because I felt so strongly about the character death and, like, the outcome of it all. And the drama was really giving this to go around. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the drama gives. So, like, I'm anxious and I'm nervous, and I think it's my, like, 2nd favorite in the series. I'm probably gonna start The Iron Raven tomorrow at some point. Hi! I just got back from work, so it's time to, like, ow, buddy! It's time to just braid my hair and talk about my progress. So, I've read some of The Iron Raven now. Didn't realize it was Puck's book. I don't know how I missed that because, like, it's kind of just in the title. He's going on this adventure in the Never Never because, of course, he awoken some big baddie that he found, and, like, Kieran is here, and I don't think I really paid attention for, like, a good chunk of this because I got very overwhelmed at work and, like, very distracted and kind of anxiety induced because there was a lot going on and it was overwhelming. But I don't want to reread what I potentially have already read because I'll figure it out. That's also kind of the type of reader I am. I'm just gonna figure things out. I'm not gonna do anything to help myself. I definitely fucked this braid, but at this point I just don't think I really care. So he's with this Fae assassin who apparently works for Kieran. Her name is Nyx, and she's apparently the hottest hottie to ever make hottie. Like, a homie can't go 2 seconds without saying something about how fucking pretty she is. And I think I'm having this issue with every single one of the Iron Fae books that has a male point of view character. Because I felt this way about Ash's book, I felt this way about Ethan's books. I'm having just the worst time with, like, the chemistry and the romances in this, and I'm not feeling anything with them. Like, I could feel the tension between Ash and Megan. Do I think Ash and Puck had better tension? Yes, I will die on that hill. However, I don't know, it's just something about this is not connecting with me, which is a shame because Puck's my favorite character. He is my favorite character in the entire Iron Fae series. I love this man. I would go to bat for this man. There's something about his book that's just not impacting me the way I want it to impact me. Like, I'm this far in, and it's just not doing it for me. And I'm honestly shocked by this. a little betrayed by this, because like Puck's book, I should be having the time of my life. And it's probably just because I missed a lot, or it's probably because I don't care about this like newfound thing with Nyx and how he's like, oh, I can't stand Ash and Megan for what they did to me because she didn't pick me. It's like, you practically helped raise their child. Y'all are in a polycule. Sam, are you helping? But like, you're practically in a polycule, but now you're gonna get mad jealous because it's for the plot? Be so fucking for real. Just commit to the bit and make them an actual polycule. Like, Ash and Puck are the ship. And I knew that's not what this book was gonna be. I didn't know it was Puck's book, but I knew if we ever got a Puck's book, it would not be Ash and Puck getting it on. I do think I can finish this probably by tomorrow. Maybe I'll do some reading tonight while I do some chores. But the writing style is also kind of the same, where I'm just not really engaged. And so listening to it has been helping me, like, just get through it. Also, this was doing a really weird thing where it didn't completely finish a chapter. It just went into a flashback, but it was between parts, and that really didn't vibe well with me. I did not like that. It caused some anxiety, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I'm just a little silly goofy for that, but I didn't like that. I really didn't. So there's some choices in here that I'm not appreciating much. I have 3 books left in the series, and 2 of them are pretty short, so I'm not worried per se, but I'm not having the silly goofy time that I thought I could be having. And maybe it's because I'm reading them all back to back, and maybe that's hampering my enjoyment a little bit. But honestly, it's better to get them off my shelves because they've been here for a while. I forgot to update anything yesterday, so this is great. Also, I just woke up from a nap, which is also so slay. I love 2 p.m. naps. So I finished The Iron Raven, and it's a 3. Like, we're back in this sort of place where I just am not enjoying the writing again, and I'm not enjoying how female characters are written, which is wild since this is written by a woman. I'm not enjoying the romance. I'm not enjoying really anything besides the fact that there were some Ash and Puck scenes. Those I enjoyed a lot. However, I think that the potential to enjoy something again is still there, and so I don't want to give up, especially with 2 books left in the series. So I am going to be starting The Iron Sword probably today. I think it's the shortest book in the series, but we're probably going to figure out what the fuck Evenfall is, because Grimm didn't know what it was in the last book, and that's concerning. When Grimm doesn't know something, I'm a little concerned. I think Evenfall basically just means the end of fucking Fairy, and I'm kind of excited to see how that goes about. I'm excited to like figure out what the fuck is going on anymore. I'm also not excited that this is an Ash book, because I did not like the Iron Knight. It was my least favorite in the series so far. I think the Iron Sword may have, or not the Iron Sword, the Iron Raven may have just beat it, which is wild. I didn't think that would happen, but the male POVs are not doing it for me, and I wish we were back with Megan, or I wish the Iron Raven had been from Nyx's perspective, because that could have been really interesting. Even the Ethan Chase series, I kind of wish it was from Kenzie's point of view, because Kenzie's going through it, and she's being introduced to Fairy for the first time. She's not the one who's had to fight against them her entire life, and I feel like that would just be a more interesting story. And maybe we didn't get that story because technically we had already kind of gotten a story like that with the OG like series. I also have something interesting in this. I have book mail. And I know exactly what it is, and I'm so excited. So, we're gonna open it together. Maybe, potentially. Why doesn't this have a rip thing? Okay, we got it. We got there in the end. Yeah, why? It did have a pull tab. I just didn't notice it. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Oh my, oh my god. Oh, the edges. I didn't know the edges. It's the new Percy Jackson with the spray. I'm so excited about this. I'm a Percy Jackson kid till... Look at that. Till the day I die. Holy shit, that's gorgeous. I know the first one had like a letter from Apollo, because I have that one just up, but I don't think this one does. Oh my god. That's so cute. Oh, it's gonna take everything in me not to just read this like right away. Oh my god. I really, really love Percy Jackson. It's like one of my favorite things in the universe. I'm rereading the series right now, and the fact there's another Percy Jackson book just makes me happy. It's the same day, it's a couple hours later. I'm back with an update because I can film updates right now. I started the Iron Sword and I'm like halfway through it. It's like my bookmark. The good news is I'm enjoying this one a lot more than I enjoyed the Iron Raven. There are some things that I'm disliking about this, mainly the fact that the book itself says Kieran is missing, and that's like the plot of the book. Kieran's missing, but we find him within the first 100 pages. So like, well, what are the other 200 pages for, you know? Like, obviously there's more to the story, but I just wish he would have stayed gone tiny bit longer. Was not anticipating seeing Ethan and Kenzie, but I'm glad they're back. I didn't realize how much I kind of missed how they interact with like Ash and Megan and like everyone else, and I think I'm kind of enjoying their characters more than I did in their series. And maybe it's not because they're the mains, they're just like a side, and we're just seeing them in their natural habitat. Besides that, Grimm's back, and he is my boy. I love Grimalkin. Puck is easier for me to enjoy in this book. Ash isn't being as annoying as he was in his book last time. He's actually like a pretty interesting character to read from now, and I think him being a father searching for his son and a king, basically trying to like save his kingdom, is really working in his favor. Beyond that, I love seeing Megan back in action. I missed my girl. Also, my favorite character has returned, the big bad wolf. My man. I love him, I love him, I love him. He's just such an interesting perspective to read, and he has so many good lines, and the chemistry between him and Grimm is weird, but I'm into it. Like, okay, go off. Also, there have been more Ash and Puck moments in this, which I appreciate. So I think this is going better than the first one was. Giving me hope for the like next one, because that's a Megan book. And knowing that I'm probably gonna finish this like tonight or early tomorrow is also really helping. I finished the Iron Sword, and it was a really good one. I ended up giving this a 4, which is shocking for me because I didn't think it was going to get higher than a 3. But the ending, like, holy shit. Like, I was crying on the beanbag. The ending of this made me cry. Like, there's this self-sacrificing moment, and we think it's gonna be so big and bad and painful. And I'm assuming that they're building up to having another self-sacrificing moment in the 3rd book. But holy shit, I was in tears. I was crying, I was in tears. This just, I don't know what it was about the Iron Sword, but it hit hard for me. So like when I was talking about how like I think there's potential for more, this is what I meant. This is what I meant. This was so unbelievably good. Like, I don't know what she put in this, but holy shit, girl. You came for your paycheck and you got it. It was delivered. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed this. And like, ooh, Evenfall. Girl, you really cooked with that. I'm really excited about the King of Nightmares and like everything that is being built up to for the 3rd book. I'm also kind of sad because I'm gonna be finished with this series. And like, yes, that's the point of this like vlog series, is to be finishing series, because genuinely, why the fuck am I reading 61 series right now? But at the same time, it is sad to see one go, because I have grown with these characters and I've loved these characters. I say I've grown with these characters, but I've read the majority of this book, of this series, in this fucking vlog. I don't know, there was something special about these, despite me giving most of them like a 3. I feel like if you're into like the early 2010s YA, this would be up your alley. For me, that's kind of like a good spot of YA because it's bad. It's so terrible. I can make fun of it all day long, but I can still find heart within it, and I really like that about this era of YA. Like, it's bad, but it's got heart. And that's what I need in my books, personally. I'm about to start the Iron Vow, probably in like 10 minutes. And I'm kind of anxious, kind of nervous, but at the same time, I'm excited because I know that it's the end of this series, and I can move on to the Prisoner's Throne, and then this vlog will be done. Hi, I have an update. So I'm about halfway through the Iron Vow. I don't know why I haven't brought the book over here, but I haven't, and I don't want to get up. So we're just gonna pretend I'm holding it for right now. I'm halfway through. And honestly, it's been a fun time. Like, it's really fun. Like, I'm really loving this like twist of there being another like Fae world that no one knew about, and the King of Nightmares is a fucking villain. Like, forget the lady from the last like, the King of Nightmares is low-key terrifying, and some of the dreamscapes they've been in have terrified me. I'm like, oh, this is a daytime book for sure, for sure. I'm so ready to be done with this series, but I'm also not ready to let it go. I don't know, I'm having very conflicting feelings about it. I'm like mostly worried that he's gonna jump on me from that height. What are you doing? Hey buddy, what are you doing? Jesus Christ. Alright, hi, I'm back from work. The cats have been menacing. Anyway, the book. That's what we're here for. Let's just talk about the book. I finished the Iron Vow and I'm giving it a 4. It was so good. Like, it feels like the culmination of everything, and it feels like the end of everything, but it also feels open-ended in a way where it could potentially have some sort of follow-up, like another adventure. But Jesus Christ, there's already been 10 books. Let it die. I did have a moment where I was crying my eyes out because something about this, like, I thought they were gonna actually do it and actually kill this character, and they didn't. But like, I think if it had actually been like a real death with real weight, it would have been a 5 for me. But because it wasn't, I can't give it the 5 I want to give it. Which is unfortunate, but oh well. I really liked it. I'm about to start The Prisoner's Throne. I am back from work and we're making pretty good progress in The Prisoner's Throne, and I'm literally only about a quarter of the way through, but the way I have been blushing and giggling and kicking my little feet, oh my god, like, girl, this is so good. Holly Black never fucking misses. Like, she writes what I need. She knows what I need. She's in my head. Like, she has to be, because this romance is doing it for me. I'm on page 73. I'm like 6 chapters in, and oh my god, the way that he talks about her. Oak. And I just know Ren is in love. Like, the betrayal from book 1 hurt. Like, it hurt me to my core. But the way he's talking about her, baby boy, you learn from the best on how to love. Like, he really took notes from Carden and Jude. And you can see it in his book and in his voice. I also was not, I went into this book knowing absolutely nothing. On release day, my friend borrowed it from me because I wanted to reread the entire series before I got to this. And so she read it, she gave it a 5. And I was like, don't tell me anything. Don't say a word to me about this book. I'm going into this super blind. I didn't even read the blurb, so I had no idea that 1, we were getting Oak's perspective, and 2, that it would be written in the present tense like this, and in a third person kind of perspective. Like, Holly, you are cooking with gas. Like, I love this switch up, and I love this change that we're getting, and I just love that she's not afraid. She's not afraid to do whatever the fuck she wants, because she knows we're gonna eat it up. And I eat it up every time. Like, the woman that you are, Holly Black. The woman that you are. It's been a while. I think I'm entering a slump. And by that I mean I don't want to fucking read, which is beyond the point of me starting a channel and starting reading vlogs. And slumping is not something I can afford to do right now when we're this close to the end of the year. And I'm so close to hitting my Goodreads goal. I have about 100 pages left. I am loving this, and I'm loving Ren, and I'm loving Oak, and I'm loving Oak's perspective. But something about my mood right now is just so very don't read. Like, I don't want to pick up a book, I don't want to think about reading, I just want to be off doing whatever. I don't even know what I want to be doing. I'm going to persevere because I can feel that this is good. Like, I'm loving every minute I'm spending with these characters. I'm loving seeing Ren and seeing Oak and seeing Tyrion and seeing Hyacinth and just loving them and falling in love with them. And I'm glad that we are once more seeing Jude and Carden. I want this book in Jude's POV. Like, I need to know what she is thinking during this events of this specific book. She is my god. She just gets it. And like, the characters in this get it, and they get the fear of love and what it means to be love and what it means to be human, even though these aren't humans. Like, Oak will talk about having grown up in the mortal world and how he feels it's affected him compared to other fairies. He's dealing with like these ideas that are now in his head because of his like powers of being a charm talker. He's like, do people love me? Or do they just love my power? Like, it's so incredible to read about and to like kind of witness these characters growing and determining what love is and what love means. My man is questioning his entire life because of this girl. Holly Black writes such beautiful, beautiful romances. The way that Jude fights for her family has always just resonated so incredibly deeply with me, because she goes against her father, the man who raised her, the man who she saw kill her birth parents. But she loves him and she respects him. And she wants him to love her and respect her. And even when they're at odds, you can still feel that. And you can still feel her trying her best to do what she can for her brother. For this little boy that's not related to her in any way, but who is her brother. This whole universe of characters is just so incredibly human. And they're not human. And I think that's what I really love about like fairy stories, because a lot of the time it's the best way to show humanity, by like having these characters who are so alien to us reflect us. I love you, Holly Black. I love you so much. I think this first episode went really well in the terms of how I feel about the series overall and how much we accomplished. Like, yes, it's only 2 series that we knocked off the list, but that still breaks us down from 61.
Within my head, yeah, we're flying. Concrete waves beneath us crying. Kid flip dreams, yeah, we're soaring. Under the sun feels like morning. Pavement scars tell all our
I just finished The Prisoner's Throne, and we're not surprised this is a 5. Holly Black, the woman that you are. There is so much about Holly Black's Elfheim series that I just really love. I went on a long rampage about how it feels like they're discussing humanity and what it means to be a human and what it means to be loved and to have family and to like sacrifice what you are basically in order to protect those you love. And it just the series, oh my god. I will say Ren and Oak are nowhere near Jude and Carden for me. However, I really love them for what they are and who they are for each other. I really like how they're so opposite but so similar. And I really just I love how Oak was like, you can't love someone without knowing them. And to be loved is to be known. Like that, holy fuck. So yes, 5 fucking stars all the way. Holy shit. I don't have any of the Iron Fae books because they were all due back at the library. I don't want to be a Florence. I don't want Gavin to be mad at me, so I took them back. But I want to do a little wrap up of my thoughts on the series and what I would give the series overall. I want to do that for every series that I'm reading, so let's go. The Iron Fae. It was a 10-book series, which means it's gonna have its highs and it's gonna have its lows. I'm gonna love some books, I'm gonna hate some books, which we've seen me do in this video. I think overall, the series is probably a 3.5. Like, the lows were just so low that I can't give it a 4, because I don't think this is going to be a series that I think about a lot after the fact. If another book in the series comes out, will I be tempted to read it? Yeah, I'm not going to deny that. I just want Puck and Ash to kiss. But overall, I think it's not going to be one I come back to. It's not going to be something I find myself wanting to reread it's just gonna be like a series that I've ticked off the list at this point. The Stolen Heir duology, however, 5 stars. 5 stars across the board. I've already reread the first book. I feel like this is a series that I can come back to and reread and take something away from over and over again. And I feel like I can do that with most of Holly Black's books. I say most, but I've literally just read these 2 series and Book of Night, which I actually liked. But I love how Holly Black writes humanity, and I love how Holly Black writes romance, so I think she's always going to be someone that I want to keep reading from. So yeah, we had like some pretty high ratings, we had some pretty low ratings, but overall we had fun. I'm excited to get into the next round of this. I've already filmed the intro for that and I'm gathering up the books, but because I have to get most of them from interlibrary loan, that could take a while. Okay, and that is all from me. I will see you guys on Sunday. Bye.